Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the third day of the 3-day war. Holy shit, it's been a journey to say the least. Has it, Robert?
A real roller coaster of emotion, I would say.
War kinda just begun. Everyone called in their allies, and well, Germany got the lovely nation of Japan. China joined the allies, but also United States joined the allies as well. Mexican Soviet Republic, well, they've joined Soviet Union, and they are still not in the main war. So we're gonna see if anything blows up from that. I think that can be one of the real big game changers. But otherwise, I kind of have to agree what we talked about just before. You think England had the advantage because of the massive air superiority they have.
Yeah, I mean, their air superiority is starting to really turn on in their favor, and it's only going to get stronger as their air production, you know, is just really hyper. I mean, they have 68 military factories building airplanes, building fighter twos, and you know they have all of the rubber and aluminum they could possibly need. So I think Germany's going to really have to do something to secure some resources for themselves, or you know, maybe find a way to convert to having a lot of anti-air in their army.
I was gonna say, yeah, Germany is building anti-air. I was also gonna say Germany has now increased it to like 46 fighters and fighters. But I think the more critical thing is Germany have gotten military access through Soviet Union. So are you telling me, since this is kind of stalemate, Germany is gonna send troops through Austria-Hungary, through Poland, through the entirety of Soviet Union, into Manchukuo, into Japan, and help them push down China?
I mean, maybe, you know, it's I think there's a very real chance of the Soviet Union ending up on the side of the Central Powers. I mean, if you look at what's going on in Central America, I mean, Mexico is a proud member of the Comintern, and has freed all the workers of Central America. And you know, I think that they're kind of a hidden little powerhouse, and if they come to blows with the United States, you know, that's gonna put the Comintern at odds with the Allies, and it could get real funky real quick.
Yeah. So the main issue I see right now with the plan is Japan is right now doing preemptive war, which gives them a next war goal against Soviet Union. So if Japan does that war before the German forces arrive, they are already like, wow, they actually have 12 troops already marching over. They have a long way to go, but well, it would be von Paulus and China. So they're gonna start creating some more flavor on their different theaters.
Yeah, I mean, I believe whoever controls China gets a victory point. So right, the Central Powers definitely have a big incentive to go over there and help Japan. I mean, the war in Europe is kind of stalemated right now. I don't think anyone really has the power to push anyone at the moment.
Like they're just transferring the fighters from airbase to airbase, just keep slugging it out, and it's not a pretty sight. Oh wow! Look at that
strata building lots of fighter ones didn't really work out. I mean, it depends on when you're fighting, right? Like if you're fighting like an early war, building lots of fighter ones is viable because you have the numbers, and numbers give superiority. But they've now gotten themselves into a war with, you know, the UK in 1940, where the fighter one is, you know, no longer really a viable option.
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting you there. I just noticed that
no problem.
In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, there are US troops everywhere.
Oh yeah,
I already see them on the front lines here and there, and they just keep sending more and more troops.
I mean, yeah,
the American war machine.
Yeah, the Allied war machine is definitely kicking into full gear, and the juggernaut that is the American industrial base is only going to get stronger now that the giant has awoken.
Yeah.
And
oh god, Germany is so goddamn close to reaching their target.
I really think we're going to see Soviet Union getting in a conflict with the Allies. Just, I don't know. It seems like what would make sense, but I mean, at the same time, communist China is at war with the Central Powers, so that could be another point where the Soviet Union joins up and actually goes to war with the Central Powers instead.
But, there we go. German war against Sweden, and we can finally see where those 72 divisions went. Oh wait, no, they deployed the 72 super tiny divisions just to switch them into Rosh manpower and become normal 20 width divisions there. But they don't have any equipment at all right now.
Yeah,
so
I figured it was for a template swap.
They're just meat shields. They won't have weapons, but they will have organization and they will have manpower.
Yeah, I mean, they'll even if you have completely under-equipped divisions, I mean, you can still do stuff with that. You can still lock down enemies. You can still hold them in place for a period of time, hold ground. You can, if you have enough of them, you can still rotate divisions in and out of combat in a single tile and just keep the enemy from pushing in.
But they are really true to the UK spirit. Sacrifice other people's lives for the glory of UK.
Well, it's a time-honored tradition.
Yeah. As we see right now, generally in the war, 1.2 million losses for the German side, 1.16 for the UK side. Most of it comes from the Japanese shogunate, and I'm guessing the Chinese, yes. But if we ignore those numbers,
oh wow,
we have Austria-Hungary. What?
Yep, this is what I was worried might happen.
What did I
the Japanese shogunate has declared war on the Soviet Union.
Oh God!
So, I think we, I
think those German units blocking it because they just arrived properly.
Even when they're neutral, Japan just shows up and gets everyone else involved.
Yeah. So the big question is, how does Germany feel about this?
Yeah, it's definitely in their best interest to. Oh man, Chuko's in the war. Oh man, this is gonna be bad for Japan real fast. And I think it's definitely in Germany's best interest to just try and stay out of that war and hope that they can just stay neutral with the Soviet Union. Because I mean, if they open up a ground war with the Soviets,
it's going to be terrible losses.
It's going to be over. It'll be over real fast. I believe Poland is in the Central Powers. Am I correct about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Soviet Union goes to war with Poland or Germany, it's yeah.
But at the same time, if Germany does a quick one, manages to snag a couple of victory points. Wait, could you maybe tell us a bit more about the victory points? It was larger cities were 5 or more points, right?
I can't remember exactly what all the victory points are at the moment. I need to bring up
Josh?
sheet.
Yes?
The victory points. It was larger cities were 5 or more.
Yes. If Nurgle can find the graphic and put it on screen, I'll show all the victory points around the world. Which ones are you particularly interested in?
The ones in Soviet Union.
Yes, so Soviet Union, Leningrad, Moscow, Stalingrad, and Smolensk are the 4 in the Soviet
really
Union.
The middle part right here. It's going to be a bit harder to go in and take that.
Yeah, and there's the graphs on screen there. So there's some in North Africa, East Africa, Middle East. There's 4 in Scandinavia, which is where Germany's going right now. And then a few out in the East, China, East Indies, India, and some in Iberia.
Yeah.
Each of those is worth 5 points. If neither team capitulates the other, then the team with the most of those super victory points will win.
God.
Well, Germany really needs to capitulate Sweden really quickly because things are going to start getting...
Yeah. Poland was called in by Japan, most likely. And Poland then asked Germany to join it, and they refused. Wait, Portugal joined who?
I believe AI Soviet Union is basically on par with Germany and the UK industrially. They were at the end of last session, so who is?
And Spain is getting the support from the US.
Are either of them factioned with anyone, or are they just kind of over in their own little world, resolving things in the Iberian Peninsula?
Their own little world. Nobody want to join a faction either.
Interesting, because I was gonna say that could be interesting if Spain joined a faction.
If Spain joined the Central Powers,
yeah.
Holy shit! Look at that. They are super close. to actually
Yeah.
non-aligned. So if Germany focused, got that up over 50%, made a coup, they could get a great ally in the peninsula right there. Germany has now capitulated Sweden, but the big question is, what are they going to do with these divisions now? They were just told to go back to Magdeburg. They have not been assigned anywhere. I think they need to be assigned to the Soviet front as soon as bloody possible.
Yeah.
Or logically, they should attack Norway, which contains 3 victory points.
That's true.
They might want to save that until the very last second and you storm in, take it, because as long as Norway is out of the war, UK can't intervene. We can also see invasions from the US in southern Yugoslavia. So that's where the troops from Sweden went. So they are being very split right now. I guess they really can't decide on one move, what to do. Defend the north against all naval invasion and stuff like that, or should they focus on just... I don't envy them right now.
So with the scores, guys, it's pretty grim reading for the Axis at the moment. So the Allies, through conquest or by having their own allies control it, control 70 points of victory points, and the Germans control 5. They only have Stockholm, the Germans. However, in better news for them, all the ones that are not in a player faction, that are sort of still neutral, are more easily accessible to the Germans, probably. So the 4 in the Soviet Union, Madrid, Lisbon, Trondheim, Narvik, and Oslo, are the ones that haven't got either player nation controlling them. They might be able to get Spain in a faction, potentially.
70-5 right now.
Yes, the Allies have Suez, Benghazi, Tunis, Tripoli, Addis Ababa, Mogadishu, Malta, Sicily, Rome, Nanjing, Chongqing, Singapore, Batavia, and Calcutta.
But doesn't Japan count for Germany?
Did they control Nanjing?
No, Germany is allied with Japan.
Yeah, they are, but which points does Japan control that are victory points?
Nanjing is still controlled by
China, yeah.
And Beijing is not included.
No, Beijing's not on the list.
Okay.
It's not one of the elite victory points.
So technically, if they just took Nanjing, that's 20 points at least. God, it's.
It's 5. Each one is 5.
Oh wow.
These ones. So they basically the Germans need to take Norway. They need to probably take the Soviet Union's victory points, get Spain on their side, and then get some points off the British, the Allies somehow, or capitulate the UK to win.
Yeah, it's looking pretty grim for the Kaiser, which is really a shame because he seems like such a wonderfully aloof
guy.
Yeah, just seems like a great guy.
So Soviet Union just now declared war against Iraq. Interesting. They're super close to wanting to join up with the Central Powers, though I'm not sure if that would be something they would accept. Actually, that would be pretty awesome. If Germany managed to get Iraq on their side, they would just straight out invade, the French parts and the UK parts of Africa.
True.
But they need to just, sway them just a little bit.
I actually missed out 2 victory points there, which are relevant to the Germans. Istanbul and Athens are both victory points for this. And they border Bulgaria and Yugoslavia. So the Germans could potentially grab those towards the end if they are so minded.
Maybe we should remind both factions about the victory points.
I think they know.
They both got the rules with them all listed, so hopefully they should know roughly.
God, both Iran and Iraq is super close to be invited to a faction. But the question is, do they want to? Oh wow, Germany is just sending more troops all the way to Japan. Since they're not right now hostile to Soviet Union, I guess they're still fine with it. Yeah, we can see that England has actually changed out to production right now. They're building still 48 Spitfighters, but they're building 15 interwar bomber right now and 15 transport planes. So I think we're going to see some paradox on Germany.
Yeah, I mean, I think the paradrops are likely if you're seeing them build those transport planes.
And now they're going safeguard the Baltics, and if you can continue down that path, they get support the Finns. And if they manage to get Finland in on the war in Soviet Union, that's once more another front open against Soviet Union.
Yeah.
You need to get help.
Germany went for kind of this split of developing their industry through focuses and developing their political situation through focuses, and I feel like you really need to dedicate yourself, towards one or the other in this game in most situations, and take care of either your political situation or your industrial situation first and get it done.
Germany joined the war now against Soviet Union.
Oh, okay.
But they're not joining the front line. They are creating a fallback line quite far away. But if I were them, they kind of need to stretch it up to the northern fronts.
Oh, and I guess they did that to get Afghanistan on their side. And
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't see the Soviets making headway in Central Asia anytime soon, or West Asia anytime soon.
Yeah. But remember, now they can invite Iran and Iraq as well. There we go. And Iran, they have joined the war. As soon as they call to arms, they're going to start invading UK. Panama joined the Central Powers.
Ooh, interesting.
Is it? Okay, we need to double check Spain. Spain supports Spain loyalists. Okay. Oh, there we go. So if they go Bolivian alliance, they can liberate the Antilles, which means war against allies. And that would mean Soviet Union goes to war with them as well, which is gonna maybe give some breathing room. So I don't know. I wouldn't say they're completely out of it yet, but it's gonna be very, very tight on time. Maybe the big question would be, would players be up for it to jump the speed to speed 4? If possible.
I think there's some interesting microing going on right now, so I wouldn't want to do that. It looks like Germany's trying to get some encirclements with the new. Are they using their brand new 40 with tank divisions?
Let's see.
Oh, they are. Yes, we have 4 divisions of the Kaiser's Stonks.
No, that's the old ones.
Yeah, but I mean, I think they're good enough to fight in that theater at the moment, and it looks like they're making some progress in potentially setting up an encirclement against the Soviets.
And yes, I'm sorry. I just mistook the Kaiser Stongs for the Kaiser's Great Idea. It's hard to miss them. It could make proper names like the lovely nations in the UK, but no. Not like 20 in the... They do Kaiser Stongs. But yeah, here we go. As you're saying, a massive surround, most likely.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to secure that encirclement. I mean, the rough part is going to be the fact that they have to break through some woods and some rivers to secure it, but that will be a large number of Soviet divisions knocked out if they manage to do it. And I mean, the Soviets are losing ground against Iran and Afghanistan, which honestly I expected, because I mean, pushing in early 1940 in this game into Afghanistan and Iran is really not an easy affair. I mean, it's all rivers and mountains everywhere.
Yeah.
So if you don't have an absolute plethora of mountaineers, you are going to have a tough time.
But I guess the biggest question right now is, if Soviet Union would fall, how much would that actually gain the Central Powers?
I mean, it would be quite beneficial to them, points-wise, right?
Yeah, points-wise, but I was thinking industry, equipment. But maybe we won't even see that, because if you're looking at the UK, they have invasions ready. And that's a lot of divisions. 24 divisions just waiting to storm into German lands.
Yeah, it looks like UK's finally got the higher ranks of naval invasion tech, and I think Germany's pretty weak right now along the Western Front, and I think everyone's gotten a bit complacent over there. So
the big question is how to react quickly enough.
We could be seeing a D-Day at Hamburg.
Yeah. So if they can quickly react to it by just instantly deploying all of the divisions from the Kaiserchosen and just try to block that, but we'll see if that's enough. And now they did the Imperial Conference. They're holding it, and then Imperial Federation if people accept. It will be interesting to see what happens right now. Are they going to become independent? Are they kind of allies? Are they gonna break free?
Man, the situation in Japan is really going south. I mean, honestly, I think the best thing Japan could do right now would be to let China get cut off from having a front with them and just bottleneck the Soviets in the northern part of Korea and just hold them down there.
No. Oh, Germany is trying to escape, but they were trapped.
No, I think those German divisions in East Asia are facing their inevitable doom, unfortunately.
Yeah. They managed to escape with most of them, but there are 7-8 divisions that are unfortunately going to die. The Baltic nations accepted a guarantee and seems to be accepting faction invites now.
Interesting.
Lithuania have joined the Allies, or joined the Central Powers. The other ones are still kind of on the fence about it.
Yeah, they're on their way, but yeah, still no commit.
But
I do think that opening more and more fronts against the Soviets right now is one of the Central Powers' best options. Iran is actually damn near about to take the Soviet fuel reserves in Azerbaijan.
Come on, take Baku. Baka. Germany, yeah, Germany. When does the Chinese event fire? About making peace with Japan? Because if China get a peace with Japan, that could be beneficial because then Japan can focus all of their forces against Soviet Union instead.
Yeah, I think having them lose the front in China and having Mongolia just cut off that front is the best thing that could happen to them.
Yeah.
Right now.
Dear God, is Daniel a weeb? I know some words.
And the Soviet Union did get massively encircled in Poland, and it looks like the Polish front is actually stabilizing now, and even the Soviets are being pushed back by the Kaiser's soldiers.
Romania, why are you such a stubborn bastard? Join the war. Fight for the Germans.
Man, how many Soviet divisions do we have trapped right now in that mountain range there? It looks like a lot.
Union and just mark divisions. It's, let's see, right, I can't see because I'm not.
That's at least 30 divisions.
Yeah.
So I mean that's a good pickup for the Axis, but you know the more that they dedicate to this Eastern Front, the more they're opening themselves up to just a massive British D-Day.
Yeah. And I wonder when they will execute it. Let's see, is it ready planned? Well, they're training your troops right now, so... yeah, and I can't see if they're ready planning it right now, but I would assume they're ready. It's finished planned. And now, Imperial Conference, defense. Let's see what answer. They're going to need a lot, so I guess they're spending tremendous efforts on everything to really get it working as much as possible.
There goes Manchukuo.
Yeah.
Soviets are redirecting at least 20 divisions to the Western Front right now, it looks like, as the front against Japan tightens up and becomes smaller and smaller. The Soviets are probably content to contain Japan and Korea for now, and definitely want to be sending some troops to the Western Front, or their Western Front, after that really brutal encirclement.
But how's with Spain? Spain is still very unwilling to join.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're going to see Spain doing anything until 43. They don't really like to get involved until kind of the mid 40s or the late early 40s.
And it seems like the Imperial Conference is going pretty goddamn perfect for the UK so far. It's not a pretty sight. If we check the current faction map mode and just zoom out very, very far, The Central Powers look surrounded on all their allies. Wow. We have some Central Powers here surrounded by allies. And then Comintern, of course, from the north. We have Central Powers here surrounded by allies. And wow, it doesn't look very pretty for the Central Powers. And then we just have the Goliath that is North America of the allies right there. I think we have to say goodbye to our hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
It's now they need to pull in something. They need to do something special to break the stalemate. They need to win our hearts again.
Afghanistan looking real big. Some people in the chat were doubting the power of Afghanistan, to which I say to you, look at Afghanistan.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't call it the graveyard of empires for nothing, my dudes.
Oh god. They even be attacked from... Oh wait, is Afghanistan at war with the British Russia? No, they're not. So they're not at war with the Allies yet, but they very much could be. And there we go. Japan is right now losing Korea. What happened with the German divisions that were over there? Have all of them just been killed off? No.
Yeah, I think they were all encircled and destroyed in mainland China.
They have 16 left, so 9 of them were killed.
Okay, some of them did manage to get back to Japan. That's good for the Germans.
Wait. I can't count properly. 8 of them were killed. And I think they're doing naval missions now to Allied territory, I think.
Oh yeah, interesting. Oh yeah, they have a real opportunity to strike at some Allied territory in East Asia.
They're also going to go in and try to grab Nanjing. So I guess they're going to deploy a couple of divisions just to be able to try to hold it. Chinese divisions aren't very good on offense, so if they do it correctly, they might be able to hold them.
Yeah, UK has a pair drop planned.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, all around the front line.
Yep. Yeah, boom. Oof. Yeah, this is going to be... this might be the blow from which the Germans never recover.
But yeah, they're one with divisions. If they do anything except... Well, I don't know. If they do anything except just stand your ground, then they will be wiped out instantly by the Germans. Oh, they're also paradoxing the entire north. God, this is gonna be absolutely insane. Either way, could you just poke the allies that before they do anything, that they can poke us so we can just see everything in glorious action?
I can do. I believe the airborne troops, which are 2-width divisions, I believe that's the work of feedback. This is his special project to defeat Germany. But yes, I'll go and chat to them.
I've been selecting an airbase now 5 times when trying to switch over.
Get over there. Get over to Germany.
I want to see this from the German side, just how everything pops up. Here we go. Oh god, yeah, the paratroopers are taking massive damage right now.
Yeah, and it looks like the Germans are completely unprepared for this. I mean, they have absolutely no defense in depth. They don't have any troops on any of their victory points. I mean, it looks like they were expecting a big naval invasion in the north, which is now also hitting. It may get stuffed, because I think the Germans might have enough divisions up there, but, I mean, they are on their way to being completely
There you go, Hamburg. They took Hamburg. Finland has now joined their faction, but they got Hamburg, and we see 24 divisions just straight heading for that port. It's gonna be terrible. And we see even more paradox warriors straight over all of Germany. This is gonna be absolute catastrophic for them. They do have 1 division stationed in Berlin, but that's not gonna be enough. They instantly deployed all of their units, but...
Yeah, the one thing I'm surprised we haven't really seen is I'm surprised the UK hasn't just all-out assaulted along the normal front lines. I mean, they really could have locked down all those German divisions on the front and really, you know...
I really thought they were going to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's kind of the second half of this play, right? Is you throw down all the airdrops, and then you immediately aggressive. Oh, there we go. Now their whole front line is aggressive assaulting. It's a little bit too late. I mean, the majority of the damage that could have been done is, the opportunity's kind of been lost. I think that ultimately UK is still going to win right here, but I mean, it could have been a much more decisive victory.
Yeah, they did deploy God, that 48 divisions.
Berlin has not been taken yet, chat.
But I think we are gonna see the end right now. Oh no! They just pulled back all the tanks and they're slaughtering those paradroppers like there's no tomorrow. Berlin is not cut off anymore. It's not, well, fallen.
Yeah, I mean...
And we have just got words that the Kaiser is having a vacation all the way down in Hong Kong. So while the world is burning, the Kaiser has a nice vacation.
Well, as long as the Kaiser's comfortable, I think that that's all anyone really cares about.
But yeah, they are pushing in right now, but they need to pull their divisions from the southern front. Oh wait, that's just Polish divisions. Well, but that is Polish division they have control over right now. I'll just steal everything I can possibly get. Send to the northern front. They need to do it. And they are trying to, but I think it might be too late.
It's pretty grim. It would have been nice to see the UK completely surround the entire German front line.
Yeah.
But that's also kind of something you get when you have multiple people co-oping with different responsibilities, right? You can lose a bit of that lockstep.
Yeah. They would have needed more air bases to basically drop a couple of divisions from every one of them instead of one from every single one.
Yeah, I mean, and they would have needed to completely assault the entire front line at once and lock in all those divisions. But yeah, it looks like this is a big RIP for Germany.
Yeah. And yeah, the divisions they dropped over now that is sent over after the Marines, Engineer Company, Artillery, and Anti-Tank Guns. They got new titles apparently.
Oh man!
Right now, so instead,
I'm glad their priorities are in order.
Yeah, so instead of having any kind of military power, apparently, we have Joseph. He's become the Reichspirat, Imperial Beer Advisor. We have Paul, who became the Lib Kugenbecker des Kaiser, Prime Cake Baker of the Emperor. And we have Engin, that became the Innerstatter der Kaiserlichen Yacht, Interior Decorator of the Grand Imperial Yacht. So, well, from one title to another, who are we to say which is more worth? But I think it's time to salute the death.
Yeah, official.
07 or F, both are good enough in chat. Berlin is encircled and soon dead. But they're still holding on, and there we go. Berlin has fallen.
Oh man, you hate to see it. You know, the Kaiser, I mean, a little bit aloof, maybe a bit out of touch with the times, but I think all around a great guy.
Oh, and that Soviet invasion on Danzig, it worked out.
You know what? I'm glad Soviets are going to get a piece of the pie.
And as we can read from the world news, UK made a smashing good job, lads.
Now, before Germany capitulates, let's look at the Afghanistan struggle, which I think is the real crux of this whole war.
Wow. They've just pushed into Soviet Union right here.
Can we also salute Venezuela, which chose now to join the war on the German side?
Oh man,
wow.
yeah, just real dedication.
200 IQ strats there from the Venezuelans.
Oh man. I mean, when you have a hat that looks that good, you don't need good strats.
And the Kaiser's ordering his focus to be construction repair. I unfortunately don't think that's gonna help you. But they're not falling. They stabilized the front line.
Have they?
Yeah, they kind of have. If there come in gaps, Germany could walk in and retake Berlin right now.
Huh.
Come on, we saluted you, we wrote F in chat, you're supposed to lose now.
I guess they're pulling enough forces off the Eastern Front to hold on for a little bit longer.
Yeah. Well, I guess we have to redo that later then. Oh no, Denmark has returned. Disgusting. Japan, they're still holding on to Korea. They were still trying to naval invade back, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh wow, they really got shoved out of Korea. I thought they would at least be able to bottleneck the
turtleneck Korea.
the mountains of like central or northern Korea, but I guess not.
Can we also appreciate Stronk Mongolia right now?
Strongolia? Oh yeah, I mean,
They're just walking in and taking everything right there. That's really, really awesome.
yeah, China will not have Korea or Manchukuo. It will be for the people.
Oh god. Germany just lost the ace as well.
Oh man, that I feel like that could really be the turning point.
Yeah. And yeah, the small stabilizing line they had pulled off. Not looking as stable anymore. But come on, here! Walk in! Walk in! Come on, let me...
Just walk! Just...
maybe we can take control of the German Empire, turn the war right now. Or should I grab a save right now and then we can upload it to the community and ask them to, can you save Germany from this situation? Actually, that might be a fun thing to make it.
That's an excellent idea, Daniel.
There we go, now it's saved. So guys, we're gonna put this up later. I am saying that we're gonna do it. I'm gonna...
No, I agree.
Yeah, so
we'll
where's the save? And can you save Germany from this situation and win the game from here? Community. We have the, let's see, something else as well.
We have a Soviet invasion of Bulgaria with precisely 1 cavalry division.
Excellent.
And I think they're gonna pretty much die once again. Yeah, there we go. Goodbye. Oh, casualties. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's check that. Germany, 1.42 million. UK, 521,000. But in total, 5.75 versus 5.17. Soviet Union have lost 2 million against Poland. Let's see, the highest losses on the German side, it's Japan and Germany.
Yeah, I think my favorite play of the game was the evacuation of Santa Maria de Lucia, or Luca?
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those weird ones where it could be both.
It's 2 C's, right? So I think that's Luca? I don't know.
Luca.
Yeah,
Germany, wait for you to fall. One single victory point more, and the devs will lose this. And I think we see it. Augsburg. No? Yes? Oh, I think they're doing. I think they're using commands right now. Last stand commands. The German division.
99% capitulated, Germany.
Yeah. As soon as that 7-day thing disappears. No, wait, they don't have what?
I wonder if the Kaiser knows what's going on in his empire if he's still on vacation.
That was why. And there we go. Now they're walking into Augsburg. I was like, the game. That's incredible. What the hell? What's you doing, boss? So I guess Taureor was leading that assault. And there we go. They're gonna take Augsburg right now, and that's gonna be the fall of the Imperial German cause in 1 hour. So, should we end it right now, or should I unpause? And 3, 2, 1. Well played, devs. It was nice to have you here, but it's time for you to leave. Goodbye. Boom. And they're gone. The Kaiser doesn't. They're causing much needed fireworks. More beer, beer advisor Joseph. And there we go. The devs have fallen.
Man, I'm gonna throw the F into chat for the devs.
And now France left the faction. Wait, what? France left the Allies and became...
They've joined Communist China's faction for some reason.
And now they joined the Comintern.
Are they being kicked, or did they never join the Allies?
I think they are kicking everyone, and that automatically makes them want to join someone else.
This is truly the most blessed timeline.
But yeah, we do have tons of time left, really. Well, tons and tons. We have some time. We should probably get
I'm gonna get the players in. It's over now. They've lost.
So yeah, let's bring in the Germans first, I assume.
Hey, you can just pull them in.
Okay.
Be easier.
Guten Tag!
Hello, German team.
Mr. Kaiser, are you still in Hong Kong? Are you aware of the state of your nation?
I just
the
hear
Kaiser is
fireworks.
indisposed right now. He's a little senile and he needs to take his medicine.
The people
still.
are ecstatic with my rule! Fireworks all around!
Off the phone. Kaiser's gonna be taking a permanent vacation.
I think the whole of Germany's taking a permanent vacation.
But fair to him, we lost. That was a pretty masterful, just destruction of everything.
Yeah, we saw it. We saw like the Marines, we saw the paratroopers, we saw everything was like, this is the end of Germany. As soon as they execute on everything, this is the end.
Yeah.
We did not have the resources to be everywhere at once. We couldn't hold the fronts and also try to get victory points. As soon as Britain had taken the victory points in the rest of the world, we were irrevocably behind.
Yeah.
We couldn't...
The luxury was, I was looking right when the paradrops happened. So we had a moment's warning.
Yeah.
But that's all we got.
Don't lose their superiority, kids. Bad things happen.
Yeah, we noticed that. Like, we were trying to find one reason when you failed. We're still thinking Assassinate Mussolini might have been it, but it could also have been when Japan was invited to Central Powers. Because that triggered the entire thing where US joining them and China joining them.
That could not...
Japan, your faction, war against Soviet Union.
No, we went to war with the Soviet Union willingly at that point. Because we had nothing else to do. It was a Hail Mary.
There were no other victory points we could conceivably get. It was Scandinavia and the Soviet Union. That was it. That was everything we could get. So we were gambling on Japan going after the Soviet Union and stabbing them in the back, and therefore getting us an easier way of getting the victory points in the Soviet Union.
Because you did have Greece. You did have that you can invade.
No, we didn't have Greece.
Are you kidding?
Oh, you could have invaded Greece.
Are you kidding?
It was
Greece
suggested.
is a suicide.
It was suggested, but for some reason, people think fighting in the mountains down in the Adriatic is a bad idea. But
yeah, things usually happen in the Balkans that you don't want to deal with.
Hello. Greetings.
Guten Tag.
What should we say? Well fought, well played. Congratulations.
That was an awesome invasion.
Yeah, I was looking at them and like, this is going to be the end of Germany.
There was actually good cooperation. I haven't ever played co-op before in House of Iron 4, and it worked great. Everyone did what they were good at. Like, you know, we each had our own setups. Like, PrussianPrince was responsible for most of the army, and Mordred was sinking ships left and right. Feedback took the air, and I was doing spy stuff and diplomacy and some paratroopers at the end, and it all worked out great.
Guy Brit too strong.
You guys co-opt together very well. I think co-oping in Hearts of Iron is really a pretty enjoyable experience. It's something I really enjoy doing in my spare time.
It can be, except when you are faced with an invasion and suddenly someone takes your divisions and puts them on a different order, every division is
Kaiser.
Went
He
into the
literally
Baltic
goes,
and
can
sailed
somebody
to
handle
Eastern
this
Prussia
front? And I start handling it, and he's just like, who moved my troops? And then he just literally...
Sounds like the Kaiser needed a better division of command.
If there is one upside to this, it is that the Kaiser will never be let near the levers of power again. So it's worth the destruction of Germany.
But I want to thank the Brits for preparing Hong Kong so graciously for my arrival. It's really quite pleasant here.
Well, it's all you're gonna rule from now on, so.
I mean, that's completely fine.
But, well, I gotta thank you all for joining us in this 3-day war. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was very odd to see all the strategies, all the plans. And see you soon, hopefully. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.